world feels like it's falling apart. Shutdowns, stalled promotions, delayed projects, and vanishing opportunities. And if you're watching this, you might be feeling like your career is quietly grinding to a halt while you're still expected to perform, produce, and pretend like everything's fine. But here's the truth. When the systems outside of you slow down, your momentum inside, it matters even more. This isn't the end of your story, it's the start of your recalibration. Now, depending on when you watch this video, as of October 1st, 2025, the US government has shut down. So today I'm walking you through 4 steps that'll help you stop reacting to chaos and start leading your next move with clarity and purpose. Because this shutdown moment, it isn't just political. For many of us, it's personal, but it doesn't have to derail your career. It can redirect. I'm Drea Nicole, career strategist and corporate exit mentor, supporting mid-career professionals toward their second act success. Let's start with the obvious. The noise is loud. Furloughs, frozen budgets, vanishing visibility. The panic is real. But here's the truth. Chaos out there doesn't have to mean confusion in here. Take your power back by getting clear. You can grab a sheet of paper. On one side, list what's out of control. That's legislation, economic shifts, leadership delays. Then on the other side, write what is yours. That is your response, your rhythm, and your runway. This is where leadership begins, not in certainty, but in clarity. And let's talk about what this moment is actually revealing, whether it's a government shutdown, a layoff round, or that quiet of misalignment in your role. These are all signs, because here's the thing, systems pause, but purpose doesn't. And you were never meant to wait for perfect conditions before you move. So the real question is, when everything around you slows down, how do you choose to show up for yourself? Step 2, assess your position with brutal honesty. Too many mid-career professionals, especially women, get caught in the cycle of delay, waiting for the next performance review, waiting for a sign, waiting for it to feel urgent enough to justify the pivot they already know they need to make. But here's what I tell my clients all the time. Clarity doesn't always come in crisis. Sometimes it arrives quietly through restlessness, through the subtle disconnect, through a whisper that says, you're meant for more. That's not confusion. That's clarity trying to get your attention. Now let's get real. It's time for an honest audit. No fluff, no filters. Where are you actually at in your career right now? Are you labeling fear as stability? Are you shrinking your value just to feel safe? Are you waiting for the right time instead of building the right strategy? Because this isn't about judgment, it's about clarity. And because clarity is where the strategy begins. So the strategy, it isn't in the hustle. It's in step 3, which is build your map. Let's talk strategy, not winging it, not figure it out as you go. Real strategy, the kind that builds momentum when everything around you feels stalled. In my book, Choice Destinations, I introduced something called the MAP framework, and it's your cheat code for navigating a mid-career pivot with clarity and power. So once you know where you are, here's how you start moving. You build your map. MAP stands for mentors, accountability partners, and your peers. So your mentors, look at them as your accelerators. They help you buy back time by giving you access to their hindsight. And no, mentorship isn't about chasing clout. It's about relevance. So if you want to design a second act career in education consulting, your mentor should have walked the halls, not just written a think piece about them or about theory. A coach versus a mentor, I want you to know the difference. A coach gives you tools, accountability, and frameworks. You invest in their structure. A mentor gives you wisdom and access. You honor their experience, and both are very valuable. But don't confuse insight with implementation. Most of you need both. And then your accountability partners. These are your truth tellers. These are the ones who check your excuses at the door and remind you what you said when you were building. Consistency loves company, and so does clarity. Your peers or your peer circle, that's your cushion. They walk with you, they share insights, they see you. Don't overlook the value of people on the same path who aren't competing with you, they're collaborating. So when you build your map, you're not just moving, you're mobilizing. You're not climbing that ladder alone. You're building the elevator and you're riding it up with the people who actually get it. So if you've been feeling that pull, like your career deserves more clarity, more strategy, more intention, I want to invite you to something built just for this moment. I'm hosting a free 90-minute virtual workshop called The Next Best Move. It is this month, October 22nd at 12 p.m. Central Time. It's designed for high performers who are ready to build a second act career that actually fits the life they're living now, not the one they outgrew. This isn't another surface level webinar. This is a strategic deep dive. We're going beyond inspiration and we're going into the moves that matter. So you'll learn how to map out your next legacy move without burning out and undercharging or waiting for quarter one or that New Year's resolution to give you permissions. The link is in the description below. Make sure you reserve your seat today. And the final step 4 is reframe crisis as catalyst. When things feel like they're falling apart, most people freeze, but the resilient ones, they reframe. This moment isn't proof that you're failing. It's a pivot point. It's where a misalignment ends and the momentum begins. So that shutdown you're feeling, whether it's external or internal, isn't punishment. It's preparation for your next level. Don't miss the opportunity inside the pause, inside the stall. Realignment often requires interruption. You're not behind. You're being invited to begin again, this time with power. Your pivot doesn't have to look like a panic. It can be peaceful with structure and clarity. You're not starting over. You're starting from wisdom, from credibility, from lived experience. No algorithm or organizational chart can touch. And I'll say this, legacy career moves aren't built when everything's going right. They're built in moments like this, when the world feels uncertain, but your purpose stays steady. If this message met you in a moment of confusion, I hope you now feel a little more clear, a little more equipped, and a whole lot more empowered. Like this video if it spoke to you, share it with someone you know who is quietly struggling, and hit subscribe if you're building a career that matches your calling, not just your credentials. And don't forget, the Next Best Move workshop is open. You can register below. Let's get you moving with power, not panic. Until next time, may your next move be your best move.